Hey, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start by saying, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Kahalam La Yahwa, Bashim Yahwashai, Bashim Krakodash, and also double honor to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders, great millstone who rule well, and also Shalom to sincere Akimade pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahwashai, Bashim Krakodash. And I'm back again with a quick lesson. And this lesson is going into this video here by Sky News Australia. It says, death of a free internet social media ban shows how stupid politicians think we are. All right. And what I'm going to do before I play this video, I'm going to get a preset right here. Okay. Let me get this preset. We always, get this preset. So 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11, it says, let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So, this devil, okay, all right, the elite, the bankers, them and their puppets, they think, they think the majority of, it's like they think the whole world is all, dumb and stupid, like the guy's gonna say in this video. But guess what? Nah, it's not so true, and right, okay. And now let's, talk about our people. So going to the 12 tribes of our people, whatever they're being scattered. Well, you're going to have the elect among the 12 tribes, and those are not going to be deceived. Those are not going to be lied to, all right, and be taken by by the craftiness of Esau. The elect are going to wake. They're going to be awake, and they're going to understand what time they're in. But the 2/3 of our people who happen to be in the land of America, they're going to be taken. They're going to be deceived. Whatever Esau says, they're gonna be down with it, because they don't really see what's going on. And the rest of the wicked Jake scattered around the four corners of the earth, same thing for them. All right, because you gotta understand, man. Esau, so it's like to jump the gun. When you go into like Revelation 19, and I believe it was verse 21, going into the ones who's gonna take the MOTB, he says they're gonna be deceived. And another one is Revelation 20, and I forget what verse it is, where it goes into that. The ones who are taking the MOTB got deceived, right? Lied to, tricked, So, but before that happens, before the MOTB gets here, Esau is slowly, setting up stages to where now you gotta, slowly enroll into a new way of accessing internet, accessing YouTube, social media, man. All right. So, but for us, we're not gonna be ignorant. We're not gonna be stupid and just ignore his, evil plans that he got going, man. Okay. And the AMP says to keep Satan from taking advantage of us. So he's not gonna take advantage of the elect. For we are not ignorant of his schemes. All right. Let's see if I can get a preset here real quick. Just bear with me, Papa Kusha. Right. Luke 22 and verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he might sift you as wheat. And that's Esau. Okay. Right now, Esau is on a move to where he wants to sift the elect. But guess what? It's like, guess what? Yahweh Shai prayed for the elect, and they're not gonna be deceived. And there's another precept. What is it? There's another precept in the book of Saint John. What is it? None of his elect is gonna be lost. Oh, you know what? Let me do this, because I just seen a good precept right there. Let me go here. Go to the book of John chapter 10, right? St. John chapter 10 and verse 30. Let me hit the point. St. John chapter 10 and verse 28. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. Talking about who? Talking about the elect. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. So, no matter what Esau does, he's not going to be able to deceive the elect, no matter what, no matter how hard he tries to, man. Okay, so you're being watched, Esau. You've been exposed left, right, and every scheme, your evil plans, or you're trying to push. We see through you, man. Okay, because when you go here, this is what Esau is doing right now. Okay, what is this? Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that wrought grievances which they have prescribed." So what we're seeing right now is Esau passing his draconian laws, or or these basically his laws that he wants to set up, so these laws can go with his NWO. He has to start somewhere, deceiving, lying to people, using little things here and there to have you people really believe that he's doing these things to benefit you, or benefit your kids or whatever. Verse 2, "To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows might be their prey, that they might rob their fathers." And this is what Esau is going to do. Okay, completely shut off the truth from you, man. Hide everything away from you, because Esau's about to take the truth off the internet. With this, how this is going, the truth is not going to survive on the internet, man. All right, Amos chapter 8 verse 11 is about to come to pass. Okay, so let's go from there and come back here. Let's go here. Let's read Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua, that you might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the trickery of the devil. All right, let's look up the word wise. Wow, let's use Google. It says here, see divisions or cunning stratagems. You see, manipulating or persuading someone to do war. They want, war to do what someone to do what one wants, and that's what Esau is doing. All right. Okay, but guess what? The elect is gonna put on the whole armor, which is this knowledge right here. All right, and this truth right here is gonna guide us. Okay, the comforter. And then when you go to the book of one of the precepts, we always read as well, Isaiah 33:6, man. You see, the truth is gonna keep us stable. Verse 12: For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, this kingdom here, against spiritual weaknesses in high places. That's what we go against, man. Okay, 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant. Okay, be wise. Okay, be aware, be alert, be on guard, because your adversary, the devil, as roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he might devour. You see. So let's go from there. So now let me go. Just bear with me. Let me see. There's another precept. Let me go here. You know what?
Social media ban, which threatens to place extraordinary restrictions on the internet, driven, of course, by our overzealous lawmakers and power-hungry bureaucrats.
You know what? Let me do this. Let me just get a few other precepts I got and then play the video. All right. All these precepts, they go well with this video right here. Okay. I don't want to keep, pausing and doing all that. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so his weaknesses. Right. So if you listen to this video and you just don't have your eyes wide open, you're gonna believe what the fuck they're saying in this video. I mean, you will believe. Okay, what Esau's trying to do. Also, you will go against this man here, what he's talking about. All right, which I don't know who on Sky News, but I believe they're inside as well. Okay, though he humble himself and go crouching, you take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thy head wipes a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rasta have been altogether wiped away. Yeah, Esau, his weaknesses or his mindset is never gonna change, man. Okay, this devil is always gonna be the devil. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy right place. Right. So this internet thing, which I believe, eventually, if the truth don't get banned, I believe, we're gonna have to register, okay, for YouTube, to upload videos until they start, literally coming in and picking us up, okay, and being thrown in jail or fines or big, which I believe is going to be prison time, whatever, and from there, we're gonna have to use wisdom, okay. But this is what Esau's trying to do, man. Okay, trying to almost set you or taking you into that fucking trap of his, man. Okay. He says, he stand up in that place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou alas remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will put a charmer that is being with serpent, or such as come not wild beasts? All right, so that one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pit? For why he will bow with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tear. Exactly. Okay? Because what's going to happen is, you fucking say, like, especially you niggas that use this truth, man, for the money, for money's sake, you through. Esau's going to come against you too. Yeah, he will. Keep signing contract with him, selling out and twisting the scriptures. You think this devil's going to let you go? Or you know what? Fuck him. You think the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba Shem Yahshua, is going to let you go unpunished after twisting his doctrine? Come on, man. You better reread your Bible. What happens when you take an art away from the Bible, man? Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. And that's what Esau is doing right now. When you listen to this video and you see what they're trying to do. Okay, the government, they speaking sweetly. They're speaking smooth things unto you, man. And then it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will whip with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. Yeah. Right now, when you go into the reason why this is happening, it's Esau is literally coming in as trying to help kids underage using having access to the internet. He's trying to ban them, and parents are like, oh yeah, yes, do that, but that's not the main reason why he's doing it. Gotta be careful, man. All right, let's go to Sirach chapter 13 and verse 8. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down into thy jollity. If that is just the one, right? Oh no, verse 15 says, observe and take good heed, for thou workest in the peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. You see, and this is what we're supposed to be doing, Akim. Waking up, okay? Waking up to the to this truth, and waking up to understand what's really going on. Okay, what Esau is really about to do, as we move forward, man. Okay, let's go from there. Yeah, you know what?
YouTube will join its stablemates in the social media landscape, including Instagram, TikTok and Snapchat, as part of the government's social media ban for those under the age of 16 that will come into effect in December of this year.
The legislation isn't what it first appears to be. Labor went to the election with a very...
Yeah, they lied about it. You see, Esau's a liar, man. When you go back into what was really spoken, it's not what they're doing right now.
Laws. It was about the kids. It was about preventing harm, and it was about...
You see that? That's what it was really about.
Harm away from vulnerable kids. Communications Minister Annika Wells repeated these slogans this week.
The evidence cannot be ignored that 4 out of 10 Australian kids report that their most recent harm was on YouTube. And as parents, we are really trying our best when it comes.
See? Lies. And that's how they're going to get you. That's how they're going to get you, man. Okay? Esau, man. Hey, we've been telling you. I think that's the preacher right here, right? Psalms 55:21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. When you listen to that lady speak, she looks so innocent, and you think she cares for you. No, she don't. They're trying to bring that digital internet, man. You gotta register. I'm gonna let you hear the video, man. You're gonna be like, damn. But war was in his heart. Full control is coming, man. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords, and that's coming. That's what is going to be drawn. That's going to be drawn is what? It's basically, hey, you upload something on the internet, and it goes against the laws. Boom, you out of there. Okay, you the motherfucking because we come into social credit society. Guess what? There goes negative or whatever. How it's gonna work? Now you can't do. Now you banned from here. You can't access certain things. Yeah, man. That's what we're coming into. You thought the apostle were lying when they said this a long time ago. It's when they said a long time ago, some of us were like, oh nah. You looked at the apostle like they had 5 heads. But as the time went in, or as the time came in from the C19, when we started seeing it, we're like, this is it. Yep. Now we finally understand it. But you got these idiots out there who still don't get it. No matter how many times we make videos and show videos, they still don't fucking get it, man. All right.
Comes to the internet, but it is like trying to teach your kids to swim in the open ocean with the rips and the sharks compared to at the local council pool. We can't control the ocean, but we can police the sharks.
First of all, is this seriously the intellect of the person deciding these laws? A childish analogy about policing sharks in the ocean. It doesn't even make sense. Oceans are dangerous for kids, but you don't ban them. You teach kids how to swim and navigate rips. But even worse, the laws don't make any sense, because for all of the government's bluster about harm.
So basically, how we have access to YouTube, social media. I might just stick with YouTube. Okay, other social media, you really can't access somebody's Facebook or go on Facebook or TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram without you making an account. So, but even that, right? You're gonna have to really show who you really are. See, right now, we had our freedom, right? You can make a social media. You don't give them your full name, your date of birth. You just make up shit, whatever. Guess what? That's about to change. And I believe, with the social media we got right now, we're gonna have to. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we might have to fucking give up social media soon. Akim. You wait. And then YouTube. So I don't think you're gonna be able to click on YouTube and go watch videos now in December. I don't know. Let's see how it happens without you having a membership, digital access to digital. Internet, or you register on digital internet, whatever you call it, man. Because that's what Esau's been doing over here in Australia, man. Everything right now is digital. You want to access this? There's the easiest way to do it. They do digital. They do facial recognition, fingerprints. So social media is going the same way.
Social media, the laws do nothing to prevent harm. All they do is force age verification for account holders. That is it. Children can still access YouTube and watch whatever non-age restricted content that they want. A young journalist known as Leo Puglisi tried to explain this to the ABC this week. He started a digital media company when he was a kid.
From your experience with young people, what are young people using YouTube for?
They're using it for everything. I mean, it's hard to put into words really how widespread YouTube is in terms of its content and in terms of, what could potentially be harder to access. People watch sport on there, they'll watch news, they'll watch entertainment. They will literally be able to watch just about almost everything. And I think it's also really important to mention out of this that all that harmful content that the government's been talking about, which I agree obviously exists, that isn't banned. I think as it stands, I think young people are still going to be able to watch YouTube in a logged out state.
All right, so, I'm going to stop right there. I might have to do part 2. I don't want to make the video too long. So I remember to come here and start from there again and do part 2. Let me give another preset right here. Psalms 28:3. It's like 28:3 says, "Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts." Yeah. when you read this in the AMP, it says, do not drag me away with the wicked and with those who do evil, who speak peace with their neighbors, while malice and mischief are in their hearts. Let's do this in the NLT. It says, do not drag me away with the wicked, with those who do evil, those who speak friendly words to their neighbors while planning evil in their hearts. That's Esau, man. We don't want how, we pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. We don't be with, be dragged, be drugged, with them, be dragged over there to them. It's like, yeah, okay. We want to be protected away from these devils, man. All right. Psalms 12:2, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with double heart do they speak. You see? Right, and then let me see. There's another precept that came to my last precept, and I'm gonna have to do part 2, Lord willing, tomorrow. Revelation chapter 13, real quick. Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and going into this new system, which this system is speaking right now, and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When you look up that word killed, which I'm gonna do, all right. Shout out to Elder Yeshawamba for showing bringing out the different the definition. This right here, okay, apo, or it says separation. So you're gonna have to separate yourself away from this system, man. Literally, like physically separate yourself. Right now we're doing spiritually, but eventually it's gonna have to get physical. 4441, you're gonna have to separate yourself away from this system. With the way things are going right now, coming in December, because I know America's going the same way, UK, worldwide, really going the same path, coming real soon. Esau could cause, false flag or something, and then you're gonna have to register, and then from there, we might have to, the apostle might give an order not to register under these, new ways. You never know, and that right there, man, you're gonna see, brothers that really, no brothers, but individuals that worship and live off of social media, who are really tapped in. Literally go ahead and do what they need to do to stay tapped in. We bro, I'm telling you, man, like you can see this shit playing out right now, man. Hey, this internet ID, digital ID, it's like this digital internet is gonna be like fucking C-19 job, man. Watch, So hey, man, it's time to separate ourselves, man, away from away from these things. That's what the scripture says. Love not the world. Let me get that precept. Now this precept is finally making sense to us, man. Okay. Love not. Yo. Check this out, right? Right. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. You see that? Social media, it has become a fucking, like, I don't know the word to use, man. Like, social media is like an idol. People are really attached to it, man. So love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world and the love of the Father is not in him. Exactly, because he's gonna have to, the time is coming where we're gonna have to separate ourselves. And if you love this world too much, guess what? It's gonna be made known. It's gonna be shown. You're gonna wanna be tapped in there, man. Okay? You're gonna wanna be tapped in there and stay in there. You see that? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so let me get another one. Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, separate, man. Separate yourself, for this is not your rest. Yeah. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you it shall destroy you even with a short destruction. You want to be tapped into the system, you know what happens. The more you tap in, the more you're gonna winding out taking that chip, because everything else you're registering to, you're gonna fall in love with it. You're gonna be attached, and when the chip gets here, it's the only way to access what you got attached to. Guess what? You're gonna bow down and take it, being deceived, man. You see. So and this is what we heading into, man. Okay, there's more than just the internet, digital internet. There's more. Okay. So with that, man, hopefully this was edified. This is part 1, and Lord willing, I'm gonna do part 2 tomorrow. All right, with that, man, hey, shalom. And you can feel free to go, ahead and put some precept down if you want to. Hey, shalom.